People usually get frustrated with lining their vocals. Vocalign is a pretty good tool that you can use to make your life a lot faster and a lot easier. I have some mixed feelings about it, but let's talk about them. All right, so I have here my screen loaded up, and I have this project that I've been working on with a friend of mine that I did some vocals for, and I have some dubs here that potentially could be that they're not lined up properly. So some of these I already did manually, right? So what I want to do, if I want to be more efficient, I want to make all those layers, in sync with the main vocal up here, right? So I'm just gonna bring up a layer from one of my old verses, like another take, and we're gonna here. This is a perfect one right here. So we're gonna bring one of these back. That way it can be so we can show you how to do this. The first thing you need to do though is that Logic unfortunately doesn't support ARA currently. So what we need to do is we need to quit Logic. So let me save this for now, and then let me quit Logic. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your Finder, and we're gonna go look for Logic in my applications folder. And let's see, where's Logic? Right here. So we're gonna right click on it, and we need to get info. So get info. Once you click on get info, what you want to do is open using Rosetta. The reason for this is because ARA isn't supported within the current Logic with M chip computers. So the rumor is that currently they have an update coming up, but until then, this is the method, and this is how the solution has been for just using that. It also applies to like Melodyne, stuff like that. So once you have that clicked, then you can open that same project again. I like to just go right click, go to the most recent one. Intel based. All right, so there you have it. It's not gonna be available until Mac OS 28. So this is literally the last release. I have Mac OS 27, the developer beta installed currently. So this method may age poorly for now, but hopefully by the next Logic release, they have this solution created already. So I'm super excited for ARA to come so freaking bad. Like you have no idea how much it like really affects my workflow in general with Logic. I mean, it's not that much, but if I really wanted to use Vocalign in like my daily workflow, and I like had the clientele base that where it was like I needed to hammer shit like quick, it would be super useful. But yeah, let me get this loaded up, and then we'll be back in a second. So we're back. We're finally loaded up. So just to show you, as you can see here, I'm just gonna solo these two. That way you can hear the difference here of how this. Let me just play the verse with context. That way you can understand what's happening, like in context of the song.
Trying to keep me up late night, trying to see if you be my wife, but that's okay. We got time today. Got me feeling some type of way. Gotta see you, even if it rains.
All right, so we need to hear the context with the verse. So let's hear that.
Trying to keep me up late night, trying to see if you be my wife.
As you can see, it's super. It sounds very unprofessional. Sounds very like it sounds very out of timing, right? And that's usually the cheat code. Is timing is what makes professional music sound the best, no matter what. So as you can see, like the waveforms, you can see that it's literally super out of line, right? So what we can do is we can shift it, line it up closer. But if we do that, it's not fully perfectly aligned.
Late night, trying to see if you be.
It worked a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's all right, but we want it to be great. So normally I would zoom in here and I would start. This is like my method. Like this is the slow method, but I just like doing it because to me it sounds a lot cleaner in my head. And I don't know, it just gives you that extra care and attention to detail that Most people just don't want to do that, you know. So if we do all that, let's see how it sounds now.
Late night, trying to see if you be my wife.
It already sounds a lot fuller. I like the characters bringing out, but you know, obviously not the most not like this is only if you didn't have this other method, right? So that's how I like doing it, just for the uh first world problems or whatever. But let's go back, Command Z it. Let's see back when it was normal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that each track here, we're gonna check out our mixer. Let's look for those two tracks. And we're gonna check on here. We gotta make sure that Vocalign is inserted onto the actual track where the audio is. Okay, so we're not gonna use it necessarily on other track. We just need to make sure it's there. That way, the ARA, which stands for Audio Random Access, to make sure that it actually registers the audio when we're doing what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is it's called selection based processing. It's a shortcut. Yeah. Okay. So the shortcut is Shift Option P. Let me just double check to make sure that's correct. That is correct. Shift Option P. Okay. So it's gonna bring up a little menu here. This is essentially what affects just one region on your timeline, right? So what's happening is I can put plugins here, whatever I want, right? I gotta like put a bunch of weird effects and stuff, and I can just affect this region. It doesn't affect the rest of the track. So let's say I just wanted one of these, just this. I can also do the same. It's just gonna do whatever it needs to do. We can preview it. I don't know what's going on with my selection based processing, but I can't seem to be doing I can't uh preview my stuff. So I don't know why it's not letting me. But moving forward, let me just show you how it's done, and then you'll see the end result once I print it. But I will tell you the best method on that aspect, on what would be the best way to print it. That way you don't destroy it fully, because if you do selection based processing, you can do multiple ways you can print it, and you don't want to fully print it, because I mean you can bring back the original recording, but it's just more of a hassle. I would just create a new take if that's the case. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, instead of, obviously I'm gonna take this off. What I'm gonna add here is I'm gonna add Vocalign to this selection based and it has to be the ARA version. And I'm gonna do mono because there's mono signals, so it has to do that. So since I have Rosetta loaded up on Logic, I have these two options here to guide and dub. So based off this, let me bring this out again. Based off this takes, right? This one is unchanged. We're gonna be affecting this one, but I want it to be following. I want the guide to be this one, obviously the main take, and then this is gonna be the dub, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select it. As you can see, it's changing up here. That it's changing the length, so it's obviously selecting a different clip. That's what ARA is for. So you can select the clip and you can do things on there with Vocalign. So I'm gonna select this clip and I'm gonna click capture your reference track. So it does it instantly. So see, I have the whole take right here. Well, not the whole take, but most of the take here. And then I need to select this one. So I would make sure it's highlighted, and then I would press the dub capture. So once I click that, it should capture it. And then if we zoom in here, the output right here, it already adjusted it based off my settings over here. So let's go over a little bit. So right here, obviously it's matching the timing. You can obviously turn that off. So this can be how much of a difference you want if you want it super, super tight and like be perfect, this is going to be the way to do it. And, but obviously you can offset it, but I like to just leave it either 0 to 5 milliseconds. Depends, right? So that's usually how I leave it. I don't put any crazy shift on any of this. This usually you don't need to touch. This the mixer button. This is for like pitch. This is other scenarios, but this is just the basic shit, just so you can see how it's done. I have everything. It already has the new like updated Vocalign vocal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to make sure that I select create new take for it. That way I don't lose the original, and I always A/B it and make sure that I'm not doing too much to it. So if I need to adjust it, I can just Command Z it and then change one of these settings if I need to. So instead of previewing it, I'm just gonna press apply, and as you can see, real quick, if we look at the two takes, let me close these just so you don't have to see this. As you can see, definitely shifted all of it. So this is the new take up here. This is the old take. And then this is the reference. So based off the reference, yeah, it's pretty lined up here. Pretty good. So let's listen to it. Let's see how it sounds.
Trying to see if you'd be my wife.
So I'm going to alternate between both so that we can hear the difference.
Trying to see if you'd. Trying to see if you'd. Trying to see if you'd.
So remember, the bottom one that I'm selecting is the original. The top one is the second take, the new Vocalign.
Trying to see if you'd. Trying to see if you'd.
Let me go ahead and loop it just so you can hear it a little bit quicker.
Trying to see if you'd be my wife. Trying to see if you'd be my wife. Trying to see if you'd be my wife. Trying to see if you'd be my wife.
So it did a great job of lining up those vocals. But what I love about doing the create new take is, let's say maybe I didn't like how this phrase right here, or let's say down here I didn't like how this lined up for this phrase, right? What I can do is I could just comp the vocal, So now let's maybe that sounds better. Let's hear it.
Trying to see if you'd be my wife.
I think it sounds a little bit more natural. That's how this is the method. I think this is like the cheat code for real. If you're gonna use Vocalign, this is like the best way to do it, because then you can manipulate how tight it was. Yeah, you can do it in the settings of the actual plugin application right here with the match timing, all that fun stuff. But I don't know. I feel like control is the most important thing when you're doing stuff like this. So when you can do that and play with it after it did that processing, I think that's the most important thing. To wrap up, basically for Vocalign, there's two ways to use it, and my method of using it, I obviously prefer not to use it, just for my general sanity. I think I'm just crazy like that. But people need to if people need to use it, be more efficient. I think this is the best of both worlds, where you can like change the method going back and forth with the take compensation. I mean, oh my god, it's as game changer. Like, I think honestly I might switch over and start doing it like this, because I think it's just a better way to be efficient, but also still maintain that naturalness of the performance that you're tweaking. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like, subscribe. That'd be cool. If you got any value from this, go ahead and give me a comment. Maybe let me know, school me on some stuff. I'm brand new to YouTube. Welcome me, type shit. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.